Hey guys, how's it going? Stoutman coming back at you once again, and today I'm going to talk to you about a really cool deal that I got. Another half-price book sale. Yes, I can't help myself. I think I'm literally addicted to these half-price book sales, and this time around it was another fill the bag sale. So, for $30 I filled an entire huge fills the goddamn screen bag here at Half Price Books to the brim with DVDs, CDs, and more. And I'll tell you what, just looking here, I got at least 40, almost 50 things. So this is a long one. This is going to be a long haul. I'm telling you right off the bat. Paid 30 bucks and got more than 30 items, which means I paid less than $1 for each and every one of them. I think total I probably paid about like 50 to 75 cents for each. So yeah, you be the decider on whether or not it's a good deal for everything that I got. But yeah, I will explain my reasons for picking it up when I show them to you, but I'm probably not going to go into too much detail because otherwise this video is going to be going on for so freaking long. I don't think anybody wants to sit here for a fucking hour and listen to me rattle on about all the shit that I got here for really freaking cheap. So, with that said, with that out of the way, let's get into these. Alright, so I picked up this off the shelf. Eddie Izzard, Dressed to Kill. I'm a huge fan of Eddie Izzard. I love his stand-up. He's such a fucking hilarious guy, a funny guy. And the moment that I saw that this had a running time of 2 hours and 55 minutes, I thought, 3 hours of Eddie Izzard on DVD. Well, if I'm paying less than $1 for it and it comes all together in a case like this and the DVD was in good condition, all of these, the DVDs were in great condition. Or if not great condition, they were at least good enough condition that I could easily fix them up just by like cleaning them off. So like maybe they had some fingerprints on them, just clean the fingerprint off, no problem kind of thing. Same case here with the Eddie Izzard DVD, so yeah, had to pick that up. Next up we have K-Pax. I saw this a long time ago, but I don't remember everything about it, and I don't know if I want to get this on Blu-ray or even if it is on Blu-ray. So I decided, hell, why not pick it up? There are several copies of this there, and I just picked the best one, the one that had the best looking disc, the best condition disc, just so that I could watch it again and decide if I wanted to get the Blu-ray or not. Again, I'm doing this thing now where if I see a movie that I like for a really cheap price, less than $1, and it's on DVD and I don't know whether or not I want to pay for the Blu-ray, I want to get it on Blu-ray, then I get the DVD for a really cheap price, I watch it on DVD, and if I still like it, I'm going to go ahead and go for the Blu-ray. So yeah, that's my thinking behind K-Pax. Next up, another one just like that. Antitrust. I know it's on Blu-ray, but less than $1 just to try before I buy on Blu-ray, yeah, I will definitely do that. I remember liking Antitrust, so hopefully I still do. This one's an interesting one, The Ambassador. This is a Draft House Films release, and the moment I saw that I was intrigued. But then the synopsis also sounded quite interesting, so yeah, the only problem with this one is that the disc wasn't necessarily in the best condition, but I figured, what the hell, it's a Draft House movie, and it looked like I could actually clean up the disc and it would be fine. So I said, yeah, for under $1, why the hell not? Next up we have The Manchurian Candidate. Yes, this is the remake with Denzel Washington that everybody hates. But I actually remember liking it quite a bit when it first came out, so I said, why the hell not? I'm going to pick up the widescreen version here on DVD for less than $1. Try before I buy again on Blu-ray. Especially considering that, from what I understand about the Blu-ray, it doesn't really have a good quality transfer. So yeah, this comes with a boatload of special features, and it was under $1. Next up, this one I was so happy to see on the shelf. Bringing Out the Dead. This one from Martin Scorsese. I have not seen this one in the longest freaking time. Nicolas Cage at his best in this film. And yeah, how could you say no to a Martin Scorsese film on the shelf? Especially one that I don't currently have in my collection. I don't know if this is on Blu-ray, but I wanted to pick it up just to try before I buy again and just to have it in my collection again, because this is a fucking fantastic film from what I remember. So yeah. Next up, this one was actually in the shrink wrap still, and I said, yeah, why the hell not? It looks, the cover looks cool. It is Embalmer. This is a 1965 horror movie. I've heard horrible things since picking it up just a few hours ago from my friends. And yeah, it's an alpha video release, which means it's probably a public domain print, but whatever. Again, under $1, and to have this really cool cover on my shelf now, pretty damn awesome if you ask me. Then I picked up the Queens of Scream collection, which includes Prom Night 2, The Sorority, Sorority Sister Slaughter, and Vehemence. I don't know anything about Vehemence, but Prom Night and Prom Night 2 I understand are they're classics kind of in the genre, so to speak, and I haven't seen them, so don't kill me for that, but now I have the DVDs, so now I can see them and try before I buy. And then I picked up The Butterfly Effect, because I have seen this one. I don't remember if I liked it enough to get the Blu-ray. So again, I wanted to get this copy just so that I could try it before I buy it and decide afterward whether or not I should upgrade to the Blu-ray. So yeah. Oh, also, gotta love that nice, shiny, reflective packaging in the Infinifilm collection. Piranha. I have not actually seen this movie, the new remake of Piranha, and I didn't necessarily want to spend any money on the Blu-ray before actually seeing it, because from what I understand it's not necessarily great, but I guess it could be some fun, and it looks like fun, so it looks like something that I might actually enjoy, at least in some small way. And I said, all right, less than $1, I'm going to get the DVD, just shove it in the bag. You know what I mean? Shove it in the bag. At some point, you're just like, I got room in the bag. Put that in there. Next up, we've got The Jacket. I love this movie. I actually used to own it on DVD, but I do not own it on DVD anymore. Or, well, I didn't until I got this. So now I have The Jacket again. I absolutely love it. I'm pretty sure it is actually available on Blu-ray, if not in the States, at least somewhere else. So I'm sure I'll pick this up on Blu-ray at some point, but I did want to have it back in my collection nonetheless. So yeah, for under $1 just to get it back into my collection, not a bad deal. Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. I have not actually seen this movie yet, and I didn't know whether or not I wanted to buy it on Blu-ray or whether or not it was any good. So just to try it out for the first time, for less than $1, Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, pretty damn good deal. Cornel and Bernie. This is Season 1, Volume 1 of the show Cornel and Bernie. Some of you may be familiar with this. I believe it was a British cartoon or perhaps a Canadian cartoon that eventually made its way to the Nicktoons network. I think like 10 years ago, maybe. Between 5 and 10 years ago. And I watched it quite a bit when it went on the Nicktoons network in my 20s because I was an adult, clearly. And I actually really enjoyed it. Obviously, I'm still an adult because I picked this up on DVD. But yes, this includes 8 episodes from the show, and I figured it was in good enough condition that why the hell not? Love it. Gotta have it in my collection, especially for less than $1. And then I picked up this interesting looking version of Hudson Hawk. I have not actually ever seen Hudson Hawk before, but I want to. I've heard good things about it and bad things. Some people say it's the worst movie ever, and some people say it's the best movie ever. I want to see it for myself and decide for myself, and god damn, that's just a beautiful box, isn't it? Don't you love this old 90s kind of style of doing the artwork on the cover? Catch the excitement. Catch the adventure. Catch the hawk. Bruce Willis in Hudson Hawk. And literally, you just get a few pictures at the bottom and 90% text. It's just oh, it's ridiculous. I love it. Anyways, yeah, I haven't seen it yet, so under $1, no problem. Another one I haven't seen yet, Black Snake Moan. Gotta see it. From what I understand, this is a fucking must-see, so yeah. Why the hell not? Gotta pick you up some Samuel Jackson there for under $1. And this is one I have a feeling I'm going to enjoy enough to pick up on Blu-ray, but I didn't know for sure, so yeah. Under $1, now I got it on DVD. Don't have to worry about that. Watch it on DVD, and if I like it enough, pick up the Blu-ray, no problem. This next one is kind of interesting because I do not think it's actually on Blu-ray yet. Maybe available on Blu-ray outside of the States, but I don't think it's on Blu-ray in the United States. And that is I Am Sam. A lot of people don't necessarily like this movie, but I thought it was okay. I remember liking it. Another reason to check it out right there. If you remember liking something, but you're not sure whether or not you actually did, for under $1, why the hell not give it another shot? Give it another chance. And yeah, I recall thinking it was a pretty damn good movie, so yeah. Next up we have An Evening with Kevin Smith 2, Evening Harder. This is the nice set here that... There we go. Comes in like this nice gatefold here with 2 discs. Disc 1, Toronto. Disc 2, London. And the discs were in perfectly horrible condition. Well, they weren't in horrible condition or else I wouldn't have bought them. But they weren't in great condition either. I picked it up mostly just because I had room in the bag and because I felt like I could fix the discs or clean them up enough that it would be worth it to have Kevin Smith's Evening with Kevin Smith 2, in my collection. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I have seen it before, and I do enjoy Evening with Kevin Smith. I enjoy every time he does those things. It's so freaking great. I've always wanted to actually go to one of those, so maybe someday. Next up, I found this, and I didn't know whether or not it would work at all, because as I understand it, some games for Windows Live video games don't actually work anymore, even if you install them and have the code for them and everything. So I said, well, okay, I'll take a chance on it, whatever. Just because it's a game that I never got to play that I kind of wanted to try playing, even though I heard a lot of bad things about it. Because I love this particular franchise. So, yeah, Fable 3 for under $1. I took a chance on the possibility that maybe it'll work. Probably not going to work. I do have a Windows Live account, so from what I was reading online, I might actually be able to get it to work, but I don't know yet, so we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? But another thing where I just kind of threw it in the bag and hope that it works. Next up, last time I did one of these bag sales, I got the second volume of Saturday Night Live Best of Will Ferrell. This time I got the first volume of Saturday Night Live Best of Will Ferrell. And the disc is actually in somewhat decent condition. So, yeah, pretty happy to have that to go along with the first one, isn't it? Isn't it nice to have that now? Will Ferrell was always really funny during his Saturday Night Live days. He's always been a pretty funny guy throughout most of the stuff he's done. I don't necessarily love him. I don't necessarily love everything he does. But I do like a lot of the stuff that he does, so yeah, worth having this in my collection. Next up, Interview with the Vampire. I have not had this in my collection, I don't think ever actually. I've seen it on TV before, but I've never actually had it in my collection. So I figured, why the hell not? I can watch it again to decide if I want to have it on Blu-ray or not. Another one where it's under $1, why the hell not? Give it a shot. And then I found The Office, the original Office with Ricky Gervais, seasons 1 and 2, with the special as well. So obviously a big old box set like that, you gotta pick that up, especially if it's the original The Office seasons 1 and 2. I have not actually sat through and watched all of this series yet, the original series. So what better way to set yourself up to actually watch that someday than to get this damn thing on DVD and in this beautiful box set as well. Unfortunately, the first and second disc, the first series here and the second series here, were in really good condition, but the Office special disc was actually scratched to hell and back, which was definitely a sad sight to see. So when I saw this right next to it, I said, you know what? I'll just get another copy of the Office special. This was actually shrink wrapped. So yeah, it's going to be in good condition because it's brand freaking new. So maybe the Office special disc and this one wasn't in good condition, but this one is brand fucking new, so I can just replace that disc in there with this one if I really want to. Or I can just put them both on the shelf like this. No problem. So yeah, pretty damn cool. Very nice to have both of these in my collection now. And yeah, I had no intention of picking these up originally, but when I saw them on the shelf and realized it was only $1 or less than $1 per, yeah, going for that, no fucking problem. Next up, I got Sideways, which I have not actually watched yet. I promised to watch this with my good friend Brandon Skinslip because he has said this movie is so fucking good and I definitely need to see it. So hell yeah, I found it for less than $1. Just pick it up for less than $1 and that way you can finally fucking watch it, Justin. You can finally watch it with your friends. So yeah, there you go. Sideways. And if I really like it, then I'll just pick up the Blu-ray as well. Next up, all of my friends say this movie is great, but I've always hated it, so I figured why not give it a second chance, and that is Book of Shadows Blair Witch 2. I never liked this movie, and all of my friends, Zarin Isaac, Bluto 1992, say that it's a great fucking movie. So I felt like, what are you talking about? I hate that movie, it's so bad. But it's been so long since I've seen it that, yeah, I'll give it another shot. I'll watch it again, especially when it only cost me less than $1 to pick the damn thing up. Why the hell not? Even though the disc wasn't necessarily in the best condition, but it does look like it can be salvaged. So, whatever. And yeah, this has the DVD and CD. It's a DVD and CD set. So, alright, whatever. I'll give it another chance. Fine. Next up we have a Masters of Horror movie here. This is Clive Barker's Valerie on the Stairs. And I wasn't originally going to pick this up, but I found out that it has Christopher Lloyd in it. I love Christopher Lloyd. I like some of the stuff that Clive Barker does, so why the hell not give this one a shot. And again, pretty damn good price just to give something a shot before maybe you buy it on Blu-ray. I'm pretty sure all the Masters of Horror stuff are on Blu-rays now, but yeah, I don't know if I'm going to want all of them. As I understand, some of the special features on these DVDs do not actually exist on the Blu-rays. They do not port all of them over. So it is worth it to pick these up every now and then when you see them, especially if it's something that you think you'd be interested in like this. Next up, I got The Devil's Advocate, which I know is a good movie and I absolutely love it. So, but I haven't seen it in a long freaking time, so I said, yeah, I'm going to put this in there and see if I want to try it before I buy it on Blu-ray, basically. And it was another one of those, and they had a lot of copies of this, so I just picked the best one off the shelf and went with it. Next up, we have Orange County, which is another one that's on Blu-ray, and I probably will pick up the Blu-ray at some point, but I just wanted to watch this again. I've been wanting to watch this again for a long time, and I didn't have access to it, so now I do. On DVD, yes, but at least I have it in my collection. There we go. No problem. Less than $1. Bam. And then I got The Family Man. I love this movie. This is actually one of my favorite movies to watch around the holiday season, but I don't have it in my collection, and the Blu-ray actually costs like $8 to $10 on average. So in order to determine whether or not I want to actually pay that price for the Blu-ray, I decided to go ahead and get this DVD. No problemo. Yeah, and it was in good condition too. During the Halloween movie month of horror stuff that I did, I talked about this particular movie, which I now have on DVD. Yeah, you can actually get this in the public domain right now, in probably a better print than this even. But you can get this on archive.org right now for free. It's The Cat and the Canary, a 1927 movie, and it is fan-fucking-tastic. It predates a lot of the traditional haunted house movies that you know and love, and it is probably one of the greatest influences, I think at least, for those movies, and it is just a really fucking good haunted house movie. If you like good haunted house movies, you should definitely have this. I don't know necessarily that you need to get the DVD like I went and did, but yeah, it's nice to have this, even if it is another alpha video release, which, as I understand, are crap. This was another one that was shrink wrapped, so okay. As I said, recently I am actually going through the process of trying to obtain all of the Final Destination movies. I have the first movie on Blu-ray. Now I have the Final Destination on Blu-ray as well. And here's Final Destination 2. As I recall, not liking this one that much at all. I figured, why bother paying anything more than I have to for it? I'll just get it on DVD here and get it for a damn good price. Next up, I got The Grudge 2, which I have not seen yet, and I wanted to see, so to determine whether or not I want to get it on Blu-ray, yeah, there you go. Sorry, I'm speeding through things now because I realize I'm running out of time on my tape. I got Pay It Forward here. Pay It Forward is not available on Blu-ray in the United States, to my knowledge. And I wanted to have it in my collection, even though it's a sappy as hell movie. I do enjoy it, so yeah, if you want that sap factor, Pay It Forward. The Mummy Lives. I was sold on this simply because it's a Cannon film. Cannon film, The Mummy Lives, have not seen it yet, need to see it, so there you go. Now it's in my collection. Last Man on Earth, another one that's available on archive.org in the public domain for free. You can go download it right now. I decided to get it on DVD because I enjoy it so damn much. I think it's such a good goddamn movie that I should probably have it in my collection. So here, now it's in my collection. And last but not least for the DVDs, I finally picked up Hollow Man. So as I was saying earlier this year during the month of horror, I wanted to go through and watch some of the Invisible Man stuff, but I didn't get a chance to because I didn't have this. Well, now I do. I can go back and watch this and see whether or not I like it. Maybe I will do that sometime later this year. Maybe I'll do that for next Halloween. I don't know. I'll probably do a video about it when I do. Maybe. I don't know. Let me know if you want to see that. Anyways, next up, we have a bunch of soundtracks and things that are like, well, one that's not a soundtrack, but it's kind of a soundtrack. I don't know how to say that. But either way, gonna have to speed through these because I don't have plenty of time. I don't have a lot of time. So, Space Jam. If you know me, then you know, of course I gotta have Space Jam in my collection. Disc was in good shape, why the hell not? Kingpin. Love this movie, love the soundtrack in this movie, fuck yeah. I saw this and the Demon Knight? Oh yeah, you know that's coming home with me. The Demon Knight, fuck yeah. Or not The Demon Knight, I'm sorry, just Demon Knight. Very cool. Sleepless in Seattle. Love the movie, love the soundtrack. Might as well have it in my collection. And it goes good with my Blu-ray that I have now, so yeah. Cool Runnings. You know, if you see Cool Runnings on the shelf and it's in like a bag, put it in the bag sale like this, then you're gonna get it because why the hell not? It's Cool Runnings. Soundtrack to Cool Runnings, yeah. And then Coneheads soundtrack. I saw this at Goodwill a few weeks ago. This isn't the same one that I saw there, but I saw Coneheads soundtrack there for like $4 and I passed up on it. Now I got it for like less than $1, and it was actually in better condition than the one at Goodwill. Finally, for the CDs, we have the Beavis and Butthead Experience, which has a bunch, it looks like it has a bunch of music from like the music videos that they used to watch during the show. So yeah, interesting. Never knew about this, but yeah, disc's in good shape and Beavis and Butthead, can't say no. Last thing that I got, the last thing out of everything. Finally done, folks. We are finally done. And good thing, because I have 3 minutes left on this tape. I picked up Celluloid Mirrors. This is a book about, let's see, Hollywood and American society since 1945. It talks a lot about the early days of Hollywood, and I always like picking up these historical film books. Brings me back to my day learning about films in school when I minored in film studies. So yeah, why not pick up a book like this? It looks quite interesting and not too big. Looks like something that would actually be used in a film class. So why the hell not give this one a shot? And that, as they say, is finally and mercifully that. I managed to get through this in less than an hour. Thank fucking Christ. So yeah, that'll do it for me today. Tell me what you think of this mega freaking haul that I got in the comments below, and I will let you know in the description how many items this actually came out to. Because I'm actually curious myself. I don't know. Anyways, that'll do it for me. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you later. Peace.